Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Wednesday, November 19, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Morning, Alex. Grabbed your usual black coffee yet?
Hi, David. Yeah, just poured it. How about you still sticking with that extra strong brew to power through the day?
You bet. After that marathon sales call yesterday that dragged on forever, I need every drop. Anyway, did you catch any headlines this morning while commuting?
A few, yeah. I was scrolling on my phone during the train ride. What's top of mind for you today?
That Supreme Court update on immigration policy. They're set to review this old rule from Trump's first term. You know, the one about turning away asylum seekers right at the border without even letting them make a case.
Oh, right. I saw that on CNN. It came out November 17. The court is taking it up to check if it's still legal under current laws.
Exactly. It's got me thinking about how this stuff hits our sales team. We have clients from all over, and if border rules get stricter, it could mess with international hires or even client visits.
Totally agree. As a project manager, I worry about the ripple effects on our global projects. Delays in visas or travel could throw off timelines big time.
Yeah. You know, it's like when we have to juggle deadlines, one policy change, and everything shifts. To be honest, it makes the office feel a bit more connected to the bigger picture.
It does. By the way, have you noticed how unpredictable these rulings can be? They keep us on our toes, just like chasing project milestones.
Haha, spot on. Anyway, speaking of keeping up, I read something else wild about media. The Washington Post web traffic is tanking hard.
Really? I think that story has been picking up steam lately. It was highlighted in their own reports around June 30, 2025. But it's still a hot topic with fresh declines showing up weekly.
Yep. They used to go toe-to-toe with the New York Times for online readers, but now it's dropping off a cliff. Guess folks are flocking to social media or other apps for their news fix.
Makes sense in this fast-paced world. From my view, it's like our quarterly reports. If traffic dips, ad money follows, and suddenly budgets get tight.
Tell me about it. In sales, visibility is everything. If a big player like WAPO can't hold on to their audience, it makes you rethink how we pitch our digital strategies to clients.
Exactly. We have to stay in the loop on these trends or we'll get left behind. Actually, it reminds me of that team meeting last week where we talked about adapting to remote work tools.
Oh yeah, good call. You know, it's all about pivoting quickly. Anyway, enough on that. Did you see the buzz around those Epstein files?
The what? Oh, the meeting in the Trump administration about the House pushing to release more Epstein documents. Yeah, that's been all over the news.
Right. From CNN on November 12. Top officials are huddling to figure out how to respond to the pressure for dropping those files on the whole scandal.
It's fascinating in a dark way. Culturally, it's shaking things up. People want transparency on high-profile connections and accountability.
For sure. It's like office gossip on steroids, but with real stakes. Relates to trust in leadership, you know? In our world, it's similar to when we have to touch base on confidential deals.
True. It makes you reflect on how secrets can erode confidence, whether in government or a team project. To be honest, I'm glad our office keeps things pretty open.
Amen to that. By the way, how's your morning going so far? Any fires to put out in your projects?
A bit hectic already. We've got that big client update coming up, and I'm trying to coordinate with the remote team across time zones.
Sounds familiar. My inbox is overflowing with leads to follow up on. But hey, these coffee breaks help me catch up and recharge.
They do. You know, it's nice to just chat about the world before diving into emails. Anyway, back to the immigration thing. Do you think it'll change much for businesses like ours?
Hard to say, but probably. If they uphold the policy, it might mean more red tape for anyone crossing borders for work. We've seen it before with visa waits stretching out.
Yeah. And from a society angle, it's about fairness. Asylum seekers just want a shot, like we do in our careers. Keeps the conversation going in the office, though.
Always does. Speaking of society, that WAPO story ties into how we consume info now. Everyone's on X or TikTok for quick hits, skipping the long reads.
Spot on. As project managers, we adapt by using shorter updates in our reports. It's efficient, but you miss the depth sometimes.
True. I prefer the old school newspaper feel, but hey, progress. And the Epstein drama? It's like a never-ending series keeps pulling you back in.
It does. Culturally, it's a mirror to power dynamics. Makes me appreciate our straightforward team meetings.
Totally. Anyway, how's the project with the new software going? Any glitches?
Smooth so far, but we're testing integrations. You know how tech can be one update, and everything's in flux.
Don't I know it? My sales dashboard glitched out yesterday. Had to call it a hectic morning all around.
Yeah, these things happen. By the way, did you hear about any office updates? Like the holiday party planning?
Not yet, but I'm all in. Need something fun to look forward to after these long weeks.
Me too. Anyway, circling back, that Supreme Court case could impact hiring if it leads to broader changes.
Good point. We'd have to keep an eye on it for our recruitment drives. Stay proactive, right?
Absolutely. And for the media traffic drop, it's a lesson in audience retention, like nurturing client relationships.
Exactly. Sales 101, the Epstein files push. It's about getting the full story out. Transparency builds loyalty.
Well said. In projects, clear communication is key. You know, these chats make the workday fly by.
They do. All right. My coffee's gone. Time to tackle that report. Catch you later?
Sure. Have a great one, David. Let's touch base after lunch if needed.
Will do. See you around.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.